Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. Today's Batchery prompt is number 94. You're walking home from Jujutsu class when you spot a bunch of thugs kill your dad, mugging. The world goes red and stays that way for a while. When you come to, you're across town. What's left of a SWAT team's wrestling you to the ground with bodies everywhere. What happened? Okay, I'm going to stay in prompt here. All right. You, no, not you, your dad. Your dad was involved in a drug trial before you were born. Before you were even conceived. And he was told it was for some sort of, he didn't even remember what it was for. He was in college, he needed money. So he's in a drug trial. He figured he got the placebo because nothing happened. He went on with his life. Well, this drug was supposed to be a combat drug. The idea being you take it before battle, plug into your adrenaline, run off, fight longer, fight harder, kind of like a safer combination of steroids and meth. Based on aggression triggers. And the side effects were ugly: dementia, cancer, death. Everybody who took the actual drug, not the placebo, but the actual drug, they tended to suffer medical problems, and their kids even came out worse. And they put two and two together, traced it back to this corporation, and they're doing a class action lawsuit. So the corporation, while they're basically some bean counter is looking at all the people who are affected and spots one person who wasn't. No ill effect. And the son, no ill effect. And some chemist is like, wait a minute, maybe it worked. Maybe if we get both of them, one and the other, get their DNA, cut them apart, we may actually have whatever's missing to make our drug work. After this thing has failed and got shelved with a lot of bribes paid and a couple of murders back then, now okay, they're going to have a class action lawsuit, and this corporate front's going to be shut down, but they have another one over here. They can start all over again, but they need both bodies. They need your dad, they need you. So they figure two birds, one stone. Um, they actually wait for you to come back. They surveilled you for weeks. They know your schedule. You're going to show up, and they're going to kill him. And when you rush in like an idiot, they're going to kill you too. That was the plan, to provoke you, and then record and see what happens. Well, your dad put up an okay fight because he got the dose for like the length of a clinical trial. Long time ago, he put up a good fight for a guy in his 60s. They kill him. They turn on you. You come charging at them, and you're mediocre with jujitsu, but then your head snaps, and you remember everything you ever learned, and you use it in ways you never imagined, and you kill them all, and you can't stop. You go to your dad. You make sure he's dead. You look across the street, you see the surveillance team, they run. You chase them on foot. You jump on the surveillance van, smash your way in, and a couple of blocks away, boom, crash. You should have broken bones. Nothing. Your skeleton's hardened. You've never had a broken bone in your life, but you haven't put that together. You're just too much in a rage. You kill them all but one guy. And this one guy, he runs into a subway tunnel, and you chase him down to a subway tunnel. He's like, "Help, help, psycho, psycho!" And you're running around in your sweats and stuff, covered in blood. Police get in your way. You slap them down. He gets into a train. As it goes off, you jump on the back of the train. You go through the train. Every so often, a good Samaritan tries to get in your way. He says, "Please help me! Someone's trying to kill me!" By the time you get to the end, police are waiting for you. You're across town. Yay! And you beat up cops, take their guns, kill them with their guns. You're methodical. You are Shiva right now. You are a two-handed Shiva. You are merciless. You are relentless. You are ruthless. And you get to that last guy, and you like, he's like, "Please, someone help me." You take an empty gun and stab him through the eyes with it. One eye, the other eye. You throw him off an overpass, and you like the SWAT team. The SWAT team was shooting at you, and you actually have a couple of bullets in you, and then it wears off. Like you're actually trading shots with the SWAT team while getting to this guy. You kill half the SWAT team, and the rest, they used up all their bullets trying to put you down, and most of their shots missed. But you were actually like engaged in a running firefight with the SWAT team. It's crazy. Somehow, some way, they close in on you. They wrestle you to the ground and tase the crap out of you as you snap out of it, and then somebody comes along and just puts a foot to your face, and you black out. And The corporate hackers who basically were hacking into surveillance feeds throughout the city, they're like, oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Get me some of that. Make sure you have the father's corpse pulled out of the morgue. Make sure you have this son pulled out of the morgue too by nightfall. Yeah, that's how I'd write it. Does not have a happy ending. Okay, I'm Marcus B. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. That's where the podcasts are, 2 of them, and they happen every day, sometimes when the sun's shining. Also, what are these podcasts? The Batchery Daily Prompt and A Disturbing Thought of the Day. And there are also book links on talesunlimited.net. Where do they lead to? Amazon, where the books are available as print and as ebook. So what are these books? Well, there's the Batchery series, 200 writing prompts, a little wisdom on how to start your first novel for people who tried to write a novel without a system and lost years of their lives in the trying. Batchery system has the 200 unique writing prompts, the wisdom involved, and basically a system that challenges you to just become a better writer, to just put in the time. And if you do, you'll have books to sell, a chance to start your own business, build your fan base, make some money while you're working on that first novel. And it's also got story fuel for anyone who's a storyteller of any stripe. So an evil GM on a Saturday night, Batchery, short story writer, screenwriter, comic book writer, game designer, novelist who's written 20 books, 200 unusual ideas. Take one, whatever you need it for, twist it. Who knows where you end up, right? Also, there are 2 series, anthologies, 25 short stories per book. One series is called Unheroic. The other is the Book of Schemes. Think New School Twilight Zone, right? Unheroic, Unlikely Heroes. Okay, a race of aliens find us and turn the human race into their favorite reality show. Basically, all they do is watch us. They don't invade us. They don't manipulate us. They just watch us. But eventually they realize that the Earth's probably going to, the human race is probably going to die from this thing or that thing. They really don't like our odds. So what they've decided to do is go after anyone who has influence, whether you're a president or a reporter, Oprah, a terror cell leader, a tyrant, a dictator, anybody with influence, and do a little thing to maybe make them useful without directly intervening in human affairs, because messing with lesser worlds is just, it's not their thing. Unlikely heroes being the useless leaders, or leaders of varying value. Book of Schemes, something like, you know the old wise man on the mountain in those comics, who knows all things, and people climb up and say, hey, what's the meaning of life? Well, what if he climbed down and opened up a titty bar? And what if one night a string of occurrences happen to the point where you actually have zombie ninja running around? That's the Book of Schemes. Schemes, some crazy, like that one, normal, diabolical, clever, all over the place. And then there's one more series. It's called I, Villain, novel. Supervillain fiction. Think Sin City with superpowers, told from the perspective of Benjamin Clyde, gentleman fixer, dude in a suit. Pay him enough money, he breaks off his list of mercs and picks off whoever would best do the job. And he has over 400 of them, the best, handpicked, some of the best at what they do. Some have really cool superpowers, some are both. And he uses them like a general, like an elite general. And as far as everyone knows, he's just a guy with a suit. Brilliant, but harmless. Until one night, he's forced to give up his multi-billion-dollar empire, fire everybody, give up all of his cash, and fight crime in the superhuman crime capital of the world, a place that makes Gotham look like Mayberry. His life expectancy is a joke, and he has to tap into his Black Ops past, superpowers he told no one about, and save the day every night. And as he's saving the day, he on occasion saves the world, and he realizes, wait a minute, there are not a lot of heroes left because I helped kill them all. I am a villain, but some of these top-tier bad guys who are trying to take over the world or destroy it, they have money. And if someone was to kill them, for the greater good, of course, they could walk away with a lot of that money. And so begins I, Villain, his new business. And let's just say business was a booming. Okay, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and this is Tales Unlimited. See you tomorrow.